Hi everyone, I'm Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES, and I'm here with Galen Bargerstock, our financial advisor, and also our founder of GCES. Galen, how's your day?
Doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I have no complaints.
Good.
Yeah, I don't ever really have complaints. You know, when somebody asks you how's your day going, and they go, oh, okay.
Right.
No one likes that.
No, you don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, negative Nancy's is what we call those. You know, and negative Nancy's, let's talk about that, right? Today we're going to be talking about a guide to determining your retirement goals and determining your goals in retirement. Whenever Galen sits down with people to do a financial review, a lot of people don't understand what their goals are, what they are actually looking for in their retirement. And that's how Galen goes down a path of making sure that they understand what their goals actually are, because a lot of times people don't understand what their goals really should be.
No, they don't. And I have to come up with, the questions to ask a person in order to figure out what the plan needs to be for them into retirement.
So everyone is different. We talked about this a lot of times. Every family is different. You really shouldn't take advice from your coworkers on retirement. You should really sit down with a financial advisor that understands all of the things that you have to you and not plan your retirement off of your coworker, because your coworker may have the same benefits and stuff that you do at your place of employment, but everything else at home is going to be different. Exactly.
And I do like that everybody likes to help each other out. And I appreciate the fact that people that work together, the colleagues talk to each other, but 100% correct. You should not take investment advice from a coworker. And the reason is what is appropriate for them is most likely not appropriate for you. And I'm not going to say that it's not appropriate. I'm saying most likely scenario is it isn't, because you're not eating the same food, you're not buying the same products, your mortgage is a different price, your risk tolerance is most likely different of what you can handle in the market. So everything is completely different and should be individualized. You can talk to them, ask what they do, and then that's questions that you could ask your financial advisor to help meet your goals.
Yes. And if you don't have a financial advisor, if you're watching this show, you can definitely give us a call. That's what we do. That's why we do this show. We are out there to help people understand their retirement and make the best choices possible to them. You can just call us. The number's right here on the screen, 888-391-3465. And it's that simple. Just make the phone call. You can make the phone call today and start planning for your retirement. Yeah. And a lot of people like to procrastinate, and sometimes people wait until the very end, and there's only so much we can do for you at that point. So, taking advice from someone that you work with is something that we have run into a lot. We worked with postal employees a lot, and I can't tell you how many postal employees take advice from a supervisor or someone that they work with whenever they are meeting with them at work and talking to them about it at work, where we would come into a post office where Joe, the supervisor, is not a financial advisor, but he's helping out people make financial decisions, not knowing what he's doing.
Correct. Acting as a fiduciary whenever you are, the same level of, license, I guess, for no better word, as, everybody else you're working with. So you should not take financial advice from somebody that is not a financial advisor or a fiduciary.
So I just want to break this down too. We're going to talk, how do we help clients make sure that their planning is custom specific to their retirement goals? And we're going to go over some of the questions and things that Galen will ask in his first appointment with people. And Galen, you've had how many? Thousands and thousands of first appointments with people?
Yeah, I can't count anymore. It's, at some points, 5-6 appointments a day.
Yeah. So guys, these are questions that you should be asking yourself, or you should be asking your financial advisor. And again, if you don't have a financial advisor, we are simply just a phone call away. Mm-hmm. So the first one is that you ask your clients is, what are your financial concerns?
Yeah, so everybody's situation is going to be completely different. So I have to ask, what are your concerns? What do you want to know more about? What do you want to accomplish? So we can help not have pitfalls inside of your retirement plan and give you a better understanding by education and educating you on the information.
So what are some financial concerns that some people have really told you that they have? Like what are some things that they say?
Am I going to run out of money? Is inflation going to ruin my retirement? What happens if my spouse passes away? Financial concerns could be anything related to money and how it affects you and your family situation.
Yeah. And I'm sure there are a lot of concerns that people have regarding their finances.
Correct.
And then whenever you meet with them, you end up coming up with goals with them.
Yeah.
What's the difference to you between a short-term and a long-term goal as it applies to finances and our clients?
I guess a long-term goal would be more like a retirement plan. I'm looking to retire in 20 years. How do I accomplish that? A short-term goal might be, I am looking to make a purchase for my first-time home. How do I get to the point where I can save to do that within the next 5 years or even 10 years for a short-time goal? Really, as long as it's a shorter goal, not your lifelong retirement plan, that's the main difference. Shorter is going to be smaller. A lot of times maybe you don't want to be as risky, especially if you are using that money to purchase a home versus a long-term goal where the market could go up and down and fluctuate and you could handle that.
Yeah. And it's funny, this goes back to my restaurant days. You know what a SMART goal is?
No, I do not.
So it's specific, measurable, attainable, time-bounded, SMART, realistic, and time-bounded.
Okay.
Right? That's a restaurant term, a SMART goal, way to set up goals. I'm goal-oriented. I know that you're very goal-oriented as well. And a lot of people really need to think about that whenever they're approaching retirement and their finances.
Correct. Yeah. Setting goals or, benchmark points, it's important to do because you want to be engaged with your own path. So if you hit a milestone where, yes, I finally hit, say $50,000 of savings, that was your goal, and you did that, that's great. Well, now you set a new goal to maybe do another 50, so you have to be, committed to your own life, I guess, and you should be enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. And guys, we meet with tons of people. I would say about 50 of them are enthusiastic about planning their retirement. Some people are forced into retirement. We've talked about that before on our show.
Correct.
Where something happens with your health and before you know it, you needed to start planning your retirement before today.
Correct. Yeah. You never know what tomorrow could bring.
You don't. So guys, we are here. You just have to give us a call if you want to schedule an appointment. It's 888-391-3465. Don't be a procrastinator. Give us a call today. We can definitely help you out. In just a few moments after our break, we're going to continue talking about a guide to determining your goals and things that you should do to help understand what your goals actually are in retirement. We'll be back in just a moment, everyone. When we started the business, we didn't know what it was going to come into. We answered a Craigslist ad, and Galen had already had experience in the insurance industry, and we just started working with federal employees.
Inside of our office, we have about 5 support staff that, answer phone calls, questions, paperwork, things like that.
I think clients enjoy working with us because we make it a very easy approach for them, where they might not understand why we're asking some of the questions we ask, but in the end, we put it all together in a 56-page customized report for them that we do for free, where it's a free financial analysis for them to understand everything that they have.
I think clients appreciate the most that we're more down to earth than some other firms, but we have fun while we do it.
When you think about retirement planning, does it sometimes feel like Operation Procrastination? Don't let life get in the way. You can give your retirement a tune-up today.
There's ins, there's outs, there's ups, there's downs. But when you take control of your finances and retirement, you're making the choice to take advantage of the pros and not the cons. Knowledge is power, and when you understand your retirement, you become the one in control.
No matter where you are in the retirement planning process, we are here to help you. Call today for your own retirement tune-up. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES, and I'm here with Galen Bargerstock, our financial advisor and the founder of GCES. Galen?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Still good?
Still good.
Good. So I wanted to ask, we say that you're the founder. How did you decide to start GCES?
It kind of just fell into my lap. I didn't ever see that this is something that I was going to do with my life. I answered a job ad off Craigslist to work with federal employees. The company that I worked for, they went out of business within the first 3 months, and the marketers asked if I kind of wanted to design my own and do this, and I said sure.
Yeah. And it was great timing. At that point, I was a restaurant manager, and I had gotten laid off from the restaurant that I was the GM at for several years. And you said, hey, do you want to start setting my appointments?
Yeah.
And then we made a logo, and we did that all in our kitchen. And here we are 15 years later, 14 years later, with our own TV show. So it's been an awesome trip, and we honestly can't thank all of our clients enough that have supported us over the years. Our community at home has been awesome for us, and it's really just been a great ride. And we really want to help the people that we are meeting with. Galen's a fiduciary, so he's going to do the best thing for you, not the best thing for ourselves. And that's really how we started our company, and that's kind of the thing that we've always gone for, is to do the things that are right for our clients.
Correct. Yeah.
So let's get back to a guide to determining your goals in retirement. The next question that a lot of people that you ask whenever you're sitting down with clients is, who are you financially responsible for? Who is it that you have to take care of? And who is it that who, your loved ones? It could be a special needs child. It could be a spouse.
Yeah.
It could be a 38-year-old child that still lives at home. It's just, who are you financially responsible for, and who's important to you?
Yeah, and this is the part that, keeps everything very interesting for me, because every single family is going to be completely different. I have a lot of, families that are just husband and wife, and the children are grown, empty nests, and that's when we meet up and start the retirement planning process. I have parents, people that are retiring that are actually taking care of their grandchildren now, and their parents aren't involved. There's a different situation for every family. Life's messy. Different things happen to different things, divorces, deaths, things to take into consideration, but everybody's situation is different on who you want to care for while you're working and care for into retirement. So different conversation for every person.
And that kind of leads us into our next thing is, do you have any big life changes in the future that you're going to need to plan for? Because that's something you need to take into consideration whenever you're doing your retirement planning.
Yeah.
Is there a divorce coming up? Anything to that effect that could actually change your finances and who you're financially responsible for as well?
Yeah, divorce is, a big one, and the divorce rate is, very high. So it's a common question that I get. What's going to happen to my assets? Of course, that's, the legal thing. I just, tell you what to do after all of that's settled. But, also the happy things like weddings. Like, you want to be able to provide for your daughter to get married. So you want to set X dollar amount aside. So I help plan for any kind of life-changing event, bad, good, bad, ugly, what you need cash for.
Yeah. So guys, just to remind you, we are going over a guide to help you determine your retirement goals. So these are questions that whenever you sit down with Galen, he's going to ask you to go over. And as you're going along with us today, just think of the answers to your own questions. If you need help with any of these things, you can definitely give us a call, 888-391-3465. Number's right on the screen. We can help you understand all of those things that you get for retirement, answer all of the questions that we're asking you today. And the next one, this is actually a pretty easy one. Mm-hmm. Do you have an attorney and an accountant? Both of those things we can't do.
No.
We can't give tax advice. We're not allowed to give tax advice. We can hook you up with someone that can. But having an attorney and accountant is something that's really important whenever you're coming up with your financial plan.
Yeah, I need to know pretty much, are you doing your own taxes? Is it being done efficient? Could there be any kind of, little tweaks in that could help you save money that you could invest more in? Also a lawyer to do wills, trusts, things like that I cannot do. It's important to know if you have it or not, and we can help guide you to the path to get it, so then we can create that holistic plan together.
Yeah, as a team.
As a team, yeah.
The next one is kind of fun. What are you passionate about in life, and what are you currently spending your money on?
Yeah, so this gets into everybody's different. So, what are you spending your money on? What are your hobbies? Are you spending, say an extra $500-600 a month towards sports because you play hockey or something like that? It really is an important question, because not only do I want to know what you're spending your money on now, but also, are you going to be doing that in the future, with certain kinds of hobbies?
Yeah, I do. One of my favorite stories is we have a client in Pittsburgh that decided that he was going to retire and start his own hot dog cart.
Yes.
As a business, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
That's such a cool idea. And thankfully, he also gave us a really nice tank top that I like.
Yep.
Do you remember the name of his company?
Downtown Dogs.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're in
Nate's,
Pittsburgh, there's a great hot dog vendor available for you. It's what he chose to do with his retirement, and it's really just a cool idea. We've had clients that moved to Hawaii. We've had clients that moved to Florida. You know, you can make the retirement of your dreams with proper planning and proper preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And retirement of your dreams, like that scenario where he had his own, you know, hot dog cart, and you know, it could be another job. You know, if you always had a passion of owning your own business, you know, I do get that a lot. So you've worked for somebody else, and now you want to work for yourself. You know, that's something that we can help plan together as well.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, but goals with there are goals that you have with retirement and finances, but then there are goals that you have personally in your own life. That's why everyone is different.
Yeah.
And really, you know, everyone has different dreams. Everyone has different goals that they want to do in their lifetime. And we're here to try to make that all happen for you.
Yeah.
You know, but really the best thing is practicing proper preparation prevents poor performance. Right?
That's a nice one,
It's the 7 Ps. Practicing proper preparation prevents poor performance. You can add another P in there if you throw in another word, but we're not going to do that for the show, guys. And it also starts with a P. So do you or anyone you're financially responsible for have any health concerns or special needs that need to be included in your financial plans?
Yeah, so I mean, health concerns. Have you had a heart attack in the past? Do you have cancer? Does cancer run in the family? Does that scare you? You know, anything related to current health situation, family health situation, I mean, you can tell me about. I mean, what I've found over the years is I am probably pretty easy to talk to, so people will just tell me everything that they want to tell me. You know, I sometimes get bombarded with what I would say too much information, which that's what keeps it fun for me and interesting. But, you know, the more information I know, the better. But health, big topic.
Yeah. I'd ask you if whenever someone gave you TMI, too much information, what was it? Was there anything that's funny? But I don't want to call anybody out like that.
Right, yeah.
So you can just tell me after we're done at commercial break. You know, financial planning, especially special needs children, that's something that comes up a lot. We have clients that have special needs children that need to be included in their retirement plan. Mm-hmm. They want to make sure they're leaving a legacy and that their special needs child will be taken care of after they pass away. And that's something that you have done for a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I mean, I answer a lot of questions on that. You know, should there be trusts involved? What happens to my pension? Do I leave money on? It's a situation where you're going to care for your child no matter what. So we're there to help guide you to what's the best situation.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching so far. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but while we're on that commercial break, you can give us a call, 888-391-3465, and we can help you understand all of these things and set you up with a complimentary written financial plan. Just give us a call. It's that easy. We'll see you in just a moment after these words.
As a good saver, you've been putting away money during your working years. Studies find that the biggest fear of retirees is running out of money. Market volatility isn't just the downward movement of stock prices, it's the size and frequency of change. The more dramatic the ups and downs, the higher the volatility. This can put savers who are newly retired or a few years away from being retired at greater risk. Today's generation of retirees is not receiving traditional pensions as our parents or grandparents did. Instead, we have retirement accounts such as 401ks or 403bs. These accounts typically expose your money to market risk. The last thing you want right before retirement is to lose a portion of the money you need for income. But how do you turn these accounts into a retirement income? Is it safe to keep all your retirement money sitting in the stock market? The last thing you want is to lose a portion of the money you need for income due to market loss. By working with a financial professional, you can learn how to turn a portion of your savings into an income stream for life and income for the life of your spouse if you're married. We all have moments in our lives when we wish we had taken action sooner. Don't let procrastination reign on your retirement parade. Act now before it's too late. Please call our office to set up your no-cost, no-obligation retirement income review today.
Preparing families for retirement, GCES.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCS. I'm here with our financial advisor, Galen Bargerstock, and we've been talking about a guide to determining your retirement goals. And these are questions that you're going to ask clients when you sit down with them and talk with them. Now, let's just go over it real quick. How do you meet with clients typically?
For the, the big bulk I met in person, but, now Zoom has come into play, and I meet on Zoom, tons, probably 70% of the time now. I don't really like phone appointments because I don't feel that there's that social interaction that you can have whenever you're on camera, but I will do it, but primarily Zoom now, I think.
Yeah. In our time at GCS, we're in 40 states, and Galen has traveled over all of them to meet with clients that are postal employees or VA employees. But thankfully, with technology, we're now able to help more people with the power of Zoom. If you want to schedule your own Zoom appointment, number's right here on the screen. You can just give us a call, and we will help you out with that. It's free for you to have a complimentary written financial plan. We can do it over the phone. Sometimes it's much better over Zoom because then you can see the numbers and figures that we're talking about. We also meet in person, but if you're watching this show, we're in your area. We can come out and sit down with you at your home, or you can come into our office in Indiana, Pennsylvania. It's up to you. So we're talking about a guide to determining your goals. These are questions that you're going to be asking clients. The next one is, do you currently live off of a set budget? How much are you spending monthly? And do you know where all your money is going?
Yeah, a budget. It is important for me to know, do you have a budget? Do you understand how you're spending your money patterns? Because if we are both aware of where your money is going to, how much money you're making, we can decide if there is more money available that you can put into savings to help you get a better retirement in the future. So, budget, I'm not saying you have to budget, but it's a pretty good thing to understand how much money you have coming in and where that money is going to. And I want to say that not a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And I'm also a person that I don't know where all of my money is going to at all points as well, because you get, I would say, complacent because you're buying stuff.
You haven't paid a bill in like 13 years.
Well, I know it's getting done.
Yeah, I do all the accounting stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know, but I know that I have a general idea of where it's going to.
Yeah, well, I know I've sat in with appointments with Galen, and he's talking to people, and he goes down, how much are you spending on home owners insurance, how much are you spending on car insurance a month, and then he gets to the line, how much you spend on groceries a month, and people be like, $50.
Yeah, one lady told me at one point that she was spending $30 a month on food, and I'm like, well, cat food and Triscuits, you're not even going to be able to do that. So I don't know how $30 a month is realistic for food. But, I take into consideration what people want to tell me. It is better if you tell me the truth, because I know how much groceries cost. Even though I don't know all of our bills personally, I do generally know how much everything is.
Yeah. And this might seem super simple for people, but honestly, creating a budget is so easy. Every month, whenever you pay your bills, just sit down and write down all of the bills that you're paying every month, and then look back through your checking account. Don't pay all your bills from separate accounts. Have one account that you use all of that for to pay all of your bills from. That way you can look at it every month. And then you can also actually look back and see how much are you spending on food. I like to organize it, and, I put certain stuff on certain cards. That way at the end of the month I can look and say, hey, our Discover card or our Amazon card, wow, we need to quit ordering stuff off of Amazon.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Seriously, if anyone has a good idea to get rid of Amazon boxes, that is like a great business idea. Someone that just comes and picks up Amazon boxes from your house.
I think that's the recycling center, and they do it. We just don't do boxes.
But it would be cool if they came to the house. Do you know what I mean?
I think they do.
Maybe some kind of, no, they only do like newspapers and cans.
Oh, okay.
But like a business, like what could we do with extra Amazon boxes?
True.
Yeah, it'd be a great idea. Maybe next year.
Recycling the boxes, yeah.
So this next one, what stresses you out when you're thinking about your finances? What are the things that keep you up at night whenever you're thinking about retirement and investments and saving money? That's something that you commonly ask people. How do you think that goes over?
It really is the situation where we are having a conversation. You have to tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly. I need to know what's going on, what scares you about finance, because you have to remember the conversation and the meaning that I'm going to have in your life is different from somebody else. I want to know that stuff, what your fears are related to money. I don't need to know, your fears on other things, but, I need to know everything that scares you financially so we can help not not have you afraid and, put you on the right path.
Yeah. And if you look back to a couple episodes ago, Galen is scared of the movie Pet Sematary. So if you want to mess with him, play Pet Sematary or slash his tendons from under your bed while he's there.
Yeah.
But Pet Sematary is his hands down least favorite movie. We talked about that a few episodes, and that's what stresses him out and keeps him up at night.
It is. The sequel I didn't like either.
Yeah. So if money was not a factor, and this is another question that Galen asked, if money was not a factor in your decision making, what would you say your dream retirement looks like? What would you want to do if money was not a factor?
Yeah, you have to paint me the picture of what you want out of your life and what you want to accomplish. I'm going to tell you if it's realistic or not, and I'm not going to burst your bubble. So, if you're going real high in the sky with dreams, that's fantastic. Let's try to get you there, and I'll explain how we can. And if we can't get you the whole way there, we're going to try to get you as high up as we can on that dream, so you can live the life that you want and deserve.
Yeah. Are you interested in leaving a legacy to your children, family, or spouse? Who would you consider to be your beneficiaries is another question. There are a lot of people that have a lot of money and don't want it to go to their kids. And on the complete opposite spectrum of that, there are people that want to give all of their money to their kids.
Yep, I have many situations where the parents, they do have children, they have put their child through college, have paid for all of their bills, and they want their retirement to be their retirement. I also have people that want to give all of the money to their children and their grandchildren. There's no right or wrong to any of this stuff. You have to tell me what you want, and we can accomplish that.
Yeah. Do you think it's a generational thing that people who got money from their parents and also want to leave money on to their kids?
I do. I think that it's human nature to want to leave on something, leave on a legacy. But can you afford to do it? You have to be realistic. If you're doing all the correct steps, I call it live on, leave on. You can live off income streams off of your investments and also still leave on. But again, life insurance is the way to go.
Yeah, and also this next one, let's say you have a ton of money and you don't want to leave it to anyone. You can leave it to a charity. We support the United Way of Indiana County. If anyone wants to put that into their plans, we will definitely accept that donation at the United Way of Indiana County. But there are a lot of charities that are really important to people. We were in the Masons and people would pass away and leave all of their investments and money to the Masons. And that's something that we can help you accomplish in your retirement.
Correct.
At GCS, we're here to help you guys understand your retirement, your investments, everything that goes into that whole box and that kit and caboodle. All you have to do is give us a call. The number is on the screen, 888-391-3465. You can also visit us online for more information at gces.us. It has been an amazing time. Galen, thank you so much for all your insights today. We'll see you soon, everyone. Have a great week.